Hey, this is Croc 36, and here we are, December 7th, 2023, reviewing the Otterbox Championship for 2022, and I have just learned who the winner is, and the game is over, and I think it's round 8. But we are not in round 8, we are in round 7, maybe round 9. Excuse me. It is, Russia is up, and so I'm going to look at the history here. And we're going to see a change. So we have seen a change in the Allied purchasing, and it continues to happen. So we'll remember that the Russians have suffered from strategic bombing. Now, he's the champion, I'm not. Okay? He's the champion, I'm not. But let's be aware that he was bombed with 3 planes coming in, and he had 2 to scramble. And then, in addition to that, is this the right one? Let's just make sure right here. So here it is. He was bombed. He could have scrambled. I would have scrambled. Okay, so, he's the champion. I'm not. He also did an attack last turn on Caucasus that resulted in 1 infantry and 2 fighters and a diver being in the Northwest Persian. So, is that an error? I don't know. I would say it's an error, but, he's the champion, I'm not. I would also say this is an error. Now, I could understand, I'm not a pip guy, and this is a low luck game. I'm a unit guy. Like, I want to see lots of units. So, he's already got 3 aircraft that can make it to Moscow. He decides to buy 1 more, and he decides to buy artillery. Now, I know something that's going to happen, and these artillery are not going to be useful. Just like the Chinese artillery that were purchased were not useful, these artillery are not going to be useful. So I view this as a mistake. Okay, let's continue on. Okay, so this is, there is a choice here. I'm just going to take it backward. There's a choice here between Smolensk and Samara. If you choose to go to Smolensk, you're obviously threatening Leningrad. If you choose to go to Samara, you're threatening Volgograd, Stalingrad. Now, Stalingrad is a $5 bonus, and it's right there. Leningrad is a $5 bonus, but it's 2 spaces away. I mean, if you get a large force that far away, it's not coming back. So there's a decision point there. But we're acting right now, he's acting right now as if there's a good possibility that Germany detaches an expeditionary force, a force that will not be connected to a supply line, and runs into the Middle East. And that's not what happens. So let's get down here. I don't know why this isn't moving, but this is what we end up with. Smolensk having 37, 38 units, obviously 39, 40, 45 units can actually surge forward into Belarus if they wanted to, and attack. So, there you go. He does make a respectable $27 with a sub in the Baltic still, infantry in Vologda, and units in Korea. Now, I will have to say that this Korean advantage has not been seized. So usually you see some sort of building up of this. It's a crack in the door. And I had thought the Suyuan forces were sort of headed there, and there might be some sort of, but it hasn't been. So I'm not sure. I mean, $3 is $3, and not only that, but Japan does not have any convoying here, which is kind of insane, I think. And also, let's also note that he's getting $5 out of here. So despite all of this in the top right corner and all these, he's still making $27. Okay, let's keep going into the Japanese turn. The Japanese, what are they going to do? They are going to purchase, and they're going to do some combats, and they're going to fight some battles. These battles are not as important because they're low luck, so I'm not even going to expand them. And then we'll place units. So let's go up. For the beeping, I'm in my UPS truck. So 5 subs. And then he's got 7 units. Okay, so let's see where he places stuff. Okay, Saka, Popai, Shahar, Singhai, Szechuan, Shahar, and then an invasion of all these forces: Sumatra, Java, Celebes, and Borneo. Well, he's going to attack the transports. Okay, so there we go. 1 going into there, 2 going into there, and we have planes to accompany everything. Okay, wins some battles, loses a troop there, doesn't lose one in Java, and then he moves to Burma. Okay, so there is what results. So I am not the champion. Okay, 3 units go into French Indochina, 3 into Shantung, and 1 into Japan. Now, if we take a look here, I did not know this rule, but I just want everyone to know this rule because it's a big one. It's just as ridiculous as if Germany is not at war with Russia, but has a sub in 125, and the Italians go and declare war, you do not get Lend-Lease bonus. Look it up. It's ridiculous. But if there's a German warship there, even if Germany is not at war with Russia, they do not get the bonus. Okay? Also, if the Italians take East Poland and the Germans move into their allies' territory called East Poland, they are not at war with Russia, and they still get the bonus of the Russian trade with Russia. And here is another one. These subs do not prevent one warship, doesn't say surface ship, one warship can negate those 5 subs. They are going to be submerged, whether you like it or not. They will not fight. And so we are going to see this turn taken back because he's invading with that those 2 units and those 3 bombers and one of those subs. Okay, so I'm going to have to do this turn over. I already know it, but let's take a look here real quick. And I just want to note that I think the Hunan fight that killed so many Japanese fighters was a huge mistake. I think he should have withdrew. I think he should have stayed strong and 1 step away. And then when this move happened in Burma, he should have stepped into Szechuan. And I think this ended up being a mistake as well. Now, I could be wrong, and I certainly think that the purchase of all those artillery that we saw was a mistake because they weren't used for aggressive action. They were used in defense and ultimately did fail to provide the pips. This Navy right here, he has been devoting a huge amount of resources, and it does feel like this Navy could survive that. And so I just that's huge admiration for Myygames for this Navy. You feel like should be chasing that Navy back to Season 6. and it's not. So huge props to Myygames for outstanding Japanese play that he can be, and I bet he's making a ton of money too. He is making 52. He's got to be making more than that, doesn't he? Japanese collect. All right, so he's only making $52. So maybe I need to be a little less harsh. He did take over Philippines, Borneo, and Celebes. So huge props to the Japanese player in Myygames. However, let me moderate a little bit and say, wow, okay, so not making 70 anymore. And I would also say Myygames didn't take Philippines back, which is a $7 bonus. I mean, $7 more. And so let me backtrack just a little bit and say, and $4. That's interesting. $4 into UKP. Because obviously he's looking at possibly taking over India with 21 grounders plus all the planes to 4, 6, 7, 7 and 10, 17 planes. So plus 3 more units. So looking to take over India, and he lets Borneo stay British so you can collect the $4 more. So pretty clever stuff. Yeah. Okay. So I think China is worse than it had to be. And I'm not sure of... obviously, to me, this is a big landing space for bombers. So maybe I haven't seen enough. Okay, well let's call that a day. This is Croc36 reviewing the turn 7 Russian and Japanese turn. Croc it out.